Hello, my crafty friends. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff going on here. Let me move some of this. This is the things we're going to use for the Lapbook, but I wanted to do this first so I could get that done, and that way I can wait for some people to come in before I actually go ahead and start on the Lapbook. Hi, Mina. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I did some coffee dyeing, and these, I didn't open up these envelopes. Hi, Holly. And they're all, they won't even lay down. So I'm going to have to do some work on them to use them. But I want to make pockets out of them. I just want to show you the difference. These are a little bit wonky too, but I opened them before I coffee dyed them, and so now I can use them however I want. But these I was just sticking in between to kind of soak up some of the coffee so it would dry faster. Hi, Barb. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Big book stat. Okay. You want me to hurry? Oh, hi, Barbara. Anyway, I think it's better to open them up before you put a coffee dye them, instead of like these that are kind of like, I don't know, weird. But hi, Janet. I want to put a couple of things in my everything book, and I'm going to have to come up with something to flatten this out, and I don't know what to do besides just it's like it will not do what it needs to become flat. I thought surely if I did this, it would, recrease itself or something. And I guess that's a little bit better. I'm going to wait till at least 7:15. Hi, Elizabeth, to start on the Lapbook, because I told people I was going to wait. When we first started this, I said I wouldn't do it right off the bat so I could give people time to get here. But we've got weather coming in tonight, and so as soon as I get finished doing this little Lapbook project, I'm going inside. I'm just glad it didn't come until later so I could be out here at all. Okay, well, I'm going to use these two to make pockets. And here's some stuff to embellish with. I just grabbed real quick. I got this beautiful card from Mary, and it's a postcard, so I want to tuck it in something. I don't want to glue it down. And then Tanya was sending me a bingo card for our scavenger hunt book, and she sent me a sweet little note and a Valentine at the same time. So I want to tuck those into a pocket as well. Now the bingo card I'm going to put with my scavenger hunt stuff. I got to get working on that. I got a bunch of stuff stacked up, but I want to make a pocket for those too. So, hi Tanya. I'm going to make a little pocket in my everything book to stick your Valentine's card and little note in. And I was just telling them I coffee dyed these envelopes without opening them up, and they do not want to lay flat. So we're going to have to really mess with it to get that to happen. Well, hello, Dawn. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I've been missing you. Okay. So I've got those two things I want to stick in here. This is some stuff I got for embellishment. I want to show you all this. The things I put down on the very bottom of the cookie sheet did this. They kind of rusted and got this like oxidation. When I first saw them, I thought it was mold, but it's not. It's something to do with the metal in the cookie sheet. Anyway, only a few things got that on it because it was just the stuff that was right against the cookie sheet. But I thought that was interesting. Um, anyway, I'm going to do this real quick to give people time to come in, and then we'll start on the lap book. Like I said, when I get through with that, I'm going to go in because it's supposed to, it is supposed to, oh, I could make that into a pocket. Just like that, instead of using an envelope. But I kind of want it to go like this. And that would be a little tight. Okay, we're going to put it on this page. And this is a little bit too big. I wonder if I shut it, will it? Yeah, it will. So we're going to have to trim it a little bit. And I want this part because that's the prettiest part of the deal. So I'm just going to trim off in here a little bit. Well, let me see how much I need to trim off. Okay. It's always just kind of a guesstimate because measuring's too much work. All right, there we go. I'll probably want to decorate it before I stick it down, but I'm just going to go ahead and stick it down. Glue that shut. And then I'm just going to put some glue. You know how to make a pocket. I don't need to tell you. And even though I did a kind of messy glue job there, I think this is plenty big enough. It will be fine. Because what I'm going to put in, it's not that huge. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. Hi, Mary. Well, you can lurk and work on your ATCs. Right now I'm putting in a little a little zine I got from Tanya and the beautiful Valentine I got from you, Mary. Thank you. I love it. I'm going to put them right in here. And this is the zine. And most of you have seen it because you were probably there when she made it. But it says, Happy Valentine's Day, Forever Friends. And then it says, there's the definition of friend. Very cute. I love it. So I'm going to put that inside. But I need to decorate it first. I thought I was going to make, I want to put that on there because I think it'll look really cute behind that. But I'm trying to decide if I should put something over here or if I should just leave it like that. I really feel like that it needs a little something, something, but I really like this and don't want to mess it up. Hi, Tanya. It's good to see you. Hi, Lori. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Let's see what I have. I could use some of this. Let me find the. I think I'm actually going to cut this where it's a little tall. Just because I think it'll be fun. Get those strings off. And I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to put this like that. And I'm just going to leave that alone because I like it. Hi, Violet. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Joan. It's good to see you. Okay, let's just glue this stuff down here. I don't want that to decide to go over. It doesn't usually leak out, but it can. And then we're going to put this right there. Maybe I ought to put a little something there. Let's do a little bit of this just for kicks. Are you talking to me, Holly? This actually isn't boiled. If you're talking to me, it's just coffee dyed. But you might be talking to someone else who actually did boil some paper. I do want to do some echo dyed paper this spring and summer. I'm definitely going to do that. I've been saying that for a long time, and I keep not doing it because it takes, I haven't done it before and all that. But anyway, I'm going to do this right here so I can leave that edge where it shows because I like it. You're working and lurking. Okay. I understand. I'm behind in a lot of things, so I understand. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to put this where it kind of goes over both of those a little bit. I think that'll be good. Hi, Sharon. It's good to see you. I want enough stuff on here that this will kind of stay put. But oh man, I made a mess. Okay. I'm going to have to put this down and then clean that up. Evidently, I pressed too hard and there wasn't enough. There was too much pressure, I think, actually, and I ended up messing up my bottle. So make sure that's not. No, okay. All right, I got to clean this. Let me find some wipes. I know I have some somewhere. Oh, there they are. Oh. Sometimes if you get too impatient, you can mess things up. Look at that. Not a good plan. I love this glue, but this is only the second time this has ever happened to me, and I use it all the time, so it's not like it's something that's a regular occurrence you have to worry about a lot, but probably want to be aware that it can happen when you've got that tiny of a tip and you get impatient. See, I didn't even realize I'd done it until I felt the glue running down the bottle. So, okay. All right. I think the calamity is averted. This is a different book. This is my everything book. I'm just putting a couple of things in it real quick while I let people come in, and then we're going to start on the Lapbook. I'll show you just a second. It's just a journal that I make, and I fill it up with pages that I'm in the mood to do that don't go somewhere else specific, and happy mail and whatever. I made it out of a children's book. I have a video showing me making it. And I left some of the pages in, and then added, you know, just junk journal. Okay. I'm trying to see if I need to put something over that to keep it from sticking, but I really don't think it will stick to anything. So, and I've got this beautiful card from Mary, and I want to put it somewhere. Let's see. But I want to put it in a pocket as well. So, I could just make that into a pocket and decorate that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some red ink and ink around it, though, to be in tune with the Valentine thing. Oh, goodness. Too much junk. Hi, Andrea. It's good to see you. Well, that's... I didn't intend to go that far with it, but... But we're going to go ahead because I did. All right, we're going to just tuck that inside. Let's go ahead and ink this around the edges. I think my husband's out doing stuff to putting stuff to protect the cars and everything for the snow we're supposed to get in just a little while. So I definitely won't be staying on as long as normal tonight. I'm thinking till about 9 o'clock, or whenever I can get the Lapbook part done, then I'm going to go in. whenever that is. Tanya Woodward, I hope I said hi to you. I think I just said hello, Tanya, and I didn't. You came in quite a bit after Tanya McGuire, so I was assuming that you would know I was talking to you. But anyway, I'm glad you're here. If you didn't know for sure I was talking to you, then I'll tell you again. I'm glad you're here. All right. So now I've got a pocket that this lovely card can go in. That makes me happy. But I want to decorate it because I want it to be really pretty. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. So let's make sure we got it kind of where we want it. I'm gonna, let's see. See if we can get that to tear. It's not wanting to tear where I want it to. There we go. Okay, we're going to put this right here. I like that. We need pretty. That's right. Sometimes things only have to be pretty. They don't have to, it doesn't have to be any other reason to use them than just that. And it fit perfectly. I mean, just like it was supposed to be there. Look at that. Perfection. Now it does need a little something something, I think. I think it needs a little something something. Let me throw a little bit of glue under there so that it won't get damaged. Okay. I did. Okay, good. Well, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, let's see. I do need to put something on there. I just don't know what. What would be pretty? What would be pretty? I have a bird. Let's see if that bird will. No, probably not. Well, maybe if we have it going down like that. Let's just see. Let's just see. Where's the? It's up there with my Lapbook stuff. Okay. We may go through all this, then it doesn't even fit on there good, but I think we're going to do just enough to find out, and then we'll finish it if it fits. We'll use him somewhere else if he doesn't fit on here, but I know Mary loves the birds, so we'll put this little bird there. Hopefully. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's see if he's gonna. I put him like this, he looks like he's looking right down at you. What do you think? Or maybe like this and sticking out a little bit. So what do you think? Up like this, sticking out a little bit, or looking down at us? That looks too. Okay, it would be like this if we're going down, or like this with his tail sticking out this direction if we're going up. Up or down? I'm going to give you a minute to think about that. And if you think he looks too big to go on there, let me know that too. It might, but he's going to be, see, he's not going to be off the page, just off the pocket. So if he's like this, his tail will only be sticking over the card, but he won't be actually off the page. I'm sorry. Not that it's real exciting probably to watch me do this, but you'd probably least like me to be in frame if I'm going to be doing it while you're having to watch. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got up and we've got down. We've got up. So 2 ups and 1 down. Oh, no, there's another down way up there. So let me go up and look and see if somebody else said something. Okay, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, goodness. I guess I may just have to make a decision. That was not definitive. Oh, thank you, Janet. Oh, it's helpful just having you here, even if I still have to make the decision. And it's also helpful to know that there are people who like it both ways. So that way I know whatever I decide, it won't be wrong. See? Holly doesn't have to function. She just has to be cute. There you go. Cute and slightly annoying. Hmm. Well, we want things to be interesting. Okay. I could have left it a little bit longer, I guess, if I'm having going up that much. And I want a little bit of leaf, so I think I'm going to. Of course, I could leave it all on there if I have him going down. Okay, Mary, are you paying any attention? Hi, Janice. What do you think, Mary? Coming down the page or going up the page? I'm going to let Mary decide. It's her page. And I'm going to try to get, if I can find my X-Acto knife. I know I have one in here somewhere. That's not it. I think it disappeared on me. Thank you, Rosie. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Cut the leaf off at his body and add it back further down the branch. Put it down here. That's a good idea. Okay, done. I could actually add some of those other leaves too. Thank you, Rosie. Hi, Winnie Pooh. Okay, there it is. You just got to look somewhere else. I should have got out my cutting mat because now I'm cutting through my papers here. Except that time I didn't cut anything. Okay. She is clever, isn't she, Andrea? All right, let me find where that other leaf went. Um, okay, I've got a couple actually. This little one here and that one there. I think I'll use this one. Mm. We've been watching on this show on Netflix. I don't know if how many of y'all have Netflix, but if you do, there's a show called The Repair Shop. It's a show in England. Anyway, it's about a group of people who repair antiques and family heirlooms and things for people. And we are loving that show. If y'all haven't seen it, you need to look into it. I'll do a little commercial for The Repair Shop. If you want something to watch that you can just enjoy, you don't have to worry about what's going to be on it. That's a good one. Plus, it's uplifting, something to watch and happy before you go to bed. Hi, Mary. It's good to see you. Winnie Pooh Smith is Melissa. Okay, let me write that down, Melissa, because I have a list because I forget. I need to write that list down somewhere and hand it out because there's a lot of you who have names that are easy to forget. Let's see if we put this one down here and have that one coming out right there. I think that looks pretty. What do you think? Thanks, Tanya. Um, oh, goodness. I hope tomorrow at noon is going to work for me. Depends on how much snow and ice we get. If we don't have ice, I can do tomorrow, no problem. If we have ice, I'm not coming out that slick back porch. But I've got ice melt down, so hopefully it won't be icy. Tomorrow at noon, Tanya and I are doing a live stream where we're supposed to be finishing our little book for January. Just a second, and I'll show you what it is. Oh, don't put glue on his tail. That would be bad. I would end up with gluing down things I don't want to glue down. Let me make sure that's, yeah, okay. I will. I'll message you. Ah, Mary's drunk on calendars and planners. I can remember a time when I had that same issue. And I'm only recovered because I got tired of planning myself to death, but okay, that's not working out. There we go. It's not working out like it's supposed to. And I think I'm gonna make this one shorter. But I do know what it's like to be drunk on paper. Absolutely. I have to show you something I got at the thrift store today. I was looking for something to use in the Defy Design Team project. I'm not going to tell you what it is or what I got, but I did find something I think will work for what I was looking for. You'll just have to wait and see what that is. But I want to show you what else I found while I was there, while you're talking about being drunk on paper. Okay, just a second. Let me find where I put it. I put them up. Okay. At this thrift store, their softback books are 87 cents. So these three hymnals were 87 cents each. They're not as old as they look like they are, I don't think. Well, this one's 1932, so it's pretty old, but it's also a pretty sad shape. She said, "Are you sure you want that? It's about to fall apart." And I said, "Yes, I can save that paper and turn it into something amazing." And then this one, don't see a date on it. Says who it's published by, but there's not a date on it anywhere. But it's published by the Stamps Quartet Music Company. 25 cents a copy or $2.75 a dozen. And this one, was 1939. It's in almost equally decrepit shape, but I was excited to get those. And then children's books are 57 cents. So I got this Bobbsey Twins book, and it had somebody had taped the cover, and it definitely, needed it, but the tape had some kind of fibers running through it, and it was just all falling off. And it looks a lot better since I took that tape off than it did before. And this one, I think, is 1913. Let me check and make sure I'm right about that. Okay, come here. Well, where is it? Yes, 1913 copyright on the Bobbsey Twins. That's going to be a journal. That's just, even as worn as the cover is, I think it's going to make a lovely journal. So I love that. And then there was this book, and it's not nearly as old as those other ones. I'm not sure if it even says anything. Here we go, 1955. But you've got Alice in Wonderland. It's a Dandelion library book, whatever that is. And then over here is Peter Pan. So I thought those were cool things. That was my little find today. So I'll show you that. Now we're gonna go ahead and I need to put dates on this, though. I almost forgot to put dates on this. Fine. Yeah, my mom used to listen to, my grandmother used to listen to the Stamps Quartet. I don't know if my mom did or not, but I remember my grandmother doing that, Janice. And I love the Bobbsey Twins too. Okay. This is from Mary. And today is the 10th. Okay, now I got to go back and find this one. See, perfect place right here. All right. Okay, now we're going to start on our Lapbook, or the an insert, I guess, whatever you want to call it, for our Lapbook. The first one we're doing. Up till now, we've just been trying to get it ready. So if y'all didn't see Tanya's video today, where she shows how she did the inside cover of her Lapbook, you need to watch it because it was gorgeous. I definitely am going to have to do me a journal cover like that sometime. I loved it. I didn't even need that. Okay. All right. This is what we're going to be making. You're going to need a ribbon to keep it tied shut. That was an example. We're going to be making a fall folder folio. So it'll be glued down. Let me get the Lapbook here. I don't have enough space. I need more space. I'm sure everybody else thinks that too. Okay. I'm going to make it the size of this one. I folded two when I was practicing, and I decided I liked the bigger one the best. I was afraid that the bigger one wouldn't have deep enough pockets, but I decided that was fine. And I'm going to put it inside our Lapbook right here. So it's going to be glued down just like that. And we're going to decorate it. And it's probably easier to decorate before you glue it in there. So that's what we're going to do, but we'll have to build it first. So one thing you have to do is measure where you want it. How big do you want it? How much of a border do you want left? It depends on the size of your book too. If you want, I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch border. The fabric is going to be the border on this side. And it's going to look like that. So that's how I'm going to do mine. You could make it cover up the whole page if you want to, or you could make it even smaller. Like that, if you want to. But what you need is one file folder. I doubt many of you have books that are bigger than mine. So, so a file folder should work. Now I've got three file folders here. Well, let me talk about this first. In the prep video, I was telling you these are the papers I want to use to decorate mine. And I was complimenting Dorothy because she's got this information right here on every page. So when I pull it out of my shelf with all my other things I've printed off, I still know who I got it from. You know, where so I can go back and get something else from her. I've got these that I printed off somewhere, and all I remember about them was that they came, they were freebies from someone. But nowhere on any of them does it say who it was who did this. And I went back and looked at the file that I downloaded, and there's no information on the file. It just says sewing ephemera. I don't have much of a lap either, but I got a nice big board that I put over my lap to work on, Lori. So, hi, Terry. So if you're making downloads for people and you're selling them or giving them away or whatever, somewhere put your name on it, or at least in the file have it named something with your name or something, so people like me who don't remember things can find where they got it from, so they can tell people where they got it from. These are great downloads, and I can't even tell you where to go get them because there was nothing in the download that told me where I got them from. That makes me very sad. That makes me very sad. So anyway, just saying for future reference, if you do that kind of thing, give yourself some credit on there so other people can give you credit too, because I would love to give you credit and I can't on that person because there's nothing anywhere for me to know, and I can't go back and look through everything I've looked through to find images to figure out who it was. So, does Holly need a cookie? All right. So these are, I'm going to use these. I'm not sure which pages. This is a download that Dorothy has, and her YouTube channel is done by Dorothy, and she always has a link to her Etsy shop on her videos, so you can go find her Etsy shop. And this one's called Mirabella Nature. She also has a whole series of videos that I think it was all of January, where she put together a journal using these, and she gave a few of them free, a few of the pages free on her website. I mean, in her, a link to a few of them that you could get free while you were watching her videos. So if you go watch those videos, you can get some free ones. But she did a great job with that. I really enjoyed watching that. So done by Dorothy. Go subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, I'm wanting to show you something we've got here. I've got 3 file folders, and of course they have tabs in different places, and you might like a certain tab, but to have your tab in a certain place. I really don't care about that. But one thing I noticed was that they're not the same size. They're similar, but look here. These 2 are pretty, but they're a little bit smaller than that one. So it doesn't matter to work with any of them. The one I made here that I'm going to make one this size was done with this file folder right here. So that makes me sad too, Holly. I like this one, but it doesn't go with my book. Even the red that's inside there, this is a purpley or red. It doesn't really go, but I really love these file folders, just the old like recycled paper look of them. But I'm going to make it with this one because this is what we mostly have, and it's a little bit bigger, so it'll give me a little bit taller pocket. It's too early in the stream to be getting emotional. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give everybody angst, but it just really made me sad when I can't give that person credit, and they did a great job, and they were free. They even gave them away free, and I can't give them credit for it. So makes me sad. Okay, I'm going to turn mine this direction because I know my fold is not going to be that deep, and that's really thick, so it'd be harder to fold. So I want this to be 9 inches, and I'm lazy, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put my ruler right up against the base so I know it's straight. And where's my little pen? And then, oh no, this way. Just do it this way. I forget, we're wanting 9 inches. Okay, put it up against the base so it's straight. And I'm putting it at the 0 mark right here. And then I'm going to come up to 9. No, that won't work because okay, we're going to do it this way. So where I see where 9 is, then I'll come across here and make a dot. And then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Okay. Now then, I've got this straight edge. It does not look straight to me. I'm sorry. Let me try again here. Okay, that one's at 9. That one's at 9, so it is straight. Oh, but I don't want it up there because I don't want to fold that. Good grief. Okay, y'all, don't pay attention to me. Oh, let's try again. Let's go this way. at 0, lined up, 9. Okay, at 0, 9. Okay, now then. Okay, brain. I need a brain. Okay, now I'm just going to do this because I'm not going to use a scoreboard because a lot of people don't have scoreboards. And I'm just doing that so I know where to fold it. Okay, now I'm not going to fold it. Hello, Renee. I'm so glad you're here. I'm not going to fold it a lot. I'm just going to fold it enough to know where the crease is because I want to open it up and fold it in here. But that will give me a place so that I can line that up. You want to line up your crease. Make sure it's lined up. And then you want to work from here out. And keep that lined up because if you don't keep it lined up, it will move. Okay. So now I've got this. And you can see that when I try to shut that, it bows. It doesn't want to shut. And I don't want to fuss with it. So I'm just going to go ahead real quick. And I'm going to trim this. And I don't want to do a lot. I just want to do enough to get that out of the center there. That's actually more than I wanted to do, but and it leaves a little tail, so I'm going to cut that off. So now it will fold flat. See? That makes a huge difference. So so once you've done that, then we're going to measure from here 6 inches this direction. So let's put that on 6. And put a mark right here. Is that 6? Because it sure seems like it folded wider than that. Yes, it is. Okay. And then we're going to put it on 6 again down here. Oops. Let's go this way so I can. And then we're going to do the same thing here that we did before. We're going to line up the marks. And we're going to fold. Just rub your finger right against the ruler. Now this one we're not going to clip like that one because we're going to make a spine here. It's not going to be very big. We're just going to move over, and you could choose whatever you want to measure. A clear ruler does a pretty good job of measuring. I'm just going to put the number right at that line, and then I'm going to fold again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and so now I've got this folded, and then I've got it folded here again. So we've got just a little bit of a spine, and it's not the same. Can you see that? It got bigger, but I'm not going to fret about it because it'll be too difficult to fix. Okay, now then, this one, I want to just come in a certain amount. Let's see how wide it is actually down here. Okay, it's 9 inches. So I'm going to come in to about, I don't know, about here. Let's just do that. We'll come into about here. Except I'm not sure that's straight. So let's make a decision. Let's put it on 16. and go to five. And we'll put a mark right there. And come down here and put it on 16 and put a mark at 5. Okay. And now we're going to fold this one this direction. And then we're going to fold that down. And now we've got a book. Oh, that won't work. See? That won't work. Ah, shoot. So I need it further over. Okay, let's just do it further over. So let's line this up with that and do it again. Okay, that's frustrating, but it happens. If you can make a mistake doing this, I've probably made it. So, okay. Now then, we have a folio. So you can pull it out like this. Okay. Now then, I don't really think well, maybe when I put paper on there to decorate, it won't even show. We're just going to hope that's true. Okay. Okay. I obviously haven't been paying much attention to chat, so let me stop here and look so I can rest my arm. See what I've missed here. Well, Janice has got to back up her computer before it goes kaput. Hi, Annie. I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Tanya's got popcorn done. Yum. Yum, yum, Tanya. Eat some for me. I hope it's going to be fun to decorate, Janet. Right now, I'm beginning to wonder if I'm gonna have any fun at all or not. Oh. Okay. Now we've got this, and those all lay down nicely. And when we put our paper on, we can go right up to that line with the paper, so it'll look smooth. It won't have that jaggedy edge like this. Now you need to decide: are you going to leave borders around yours, or are you going to decorate the whole thing? What are you going to do? I'm going to do inking next before I do anything else. Y'all shouldn't be surprised by that. Y'all shouldn't be surprised by that. But I know my papers are not going to go all the way to the edge because I'm going to do a torn edge because I like that. So I'm going to ink the whole thing. I probably should have done one of these in advance so you wouldn't have to sit here and watch me ink the whole thing. But if you're playing along and you want to ink the whole thing, You've got time. Oh, I don't have to ink that side because it's going to be covered up. Okay. And on this one, both sides are going to be covered up, so I'm just going to do the top and the bottom. Let's go ahead and go around from here because and I think I'm just going to leave that like that. I may decide later to do some kind of embellishment to it, but right now I'm just going to leave it. Now you're going to remember, these are going to be folding and opening and shutting, so you need to ink both sides. If you're not inking, I'm sorry that you have to wait on me, but I like it inked. And I want to be happy with my project, so let's go ahead and do in here first. A lot of flipping this thing around. I hope I'm not making you dizzy or something. I know some people really don't like that, but there's not much way to avoid it. I'm going to go down just a little bit so that doesn't show. And I want both sides of this seam to be inked. Same thing with this one. I don't know how you feel, but I already feel better about it just because of the inking. That's enough to make me already feel better about it. Okay, but we got to finish it. Okay, I do want to go ahead and do this. That also helps you remember where, if you've made a mistake like I have, remember which fold you're putting your papers up to. Oh, I didn't do this side. It really does look better if you ink both sides of this seam. Okay, and I didn't do the top here. That one probably doesn't have to be done because this is going to be glued down. But anyway, I think it's better just to do it all, then you don't have to fret over it. You know it's done. Okay. So this is kind of what our folio is gonna look. Oh, there's a place I didn't ink. See? Got to pay attention. Both sides are important. See, I didn't do down here on both sides either. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough. Now we still want to decorate. We want to put our papers in at least here in these 3 places or these 4 places before we close our pockets. That way it goes down here and hides inside and won't, it'd be hard to get the paper in there otherwise. Okay. Well, hi, Maddie. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Sorry if you've been here a little while and I didn't notice. We're making a folio, to go inside our Lapbook. All right. Now then, I'm going to get the papers I've chosen to use here. Okay. Now I need to look for what I want to go inside each one of these places. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow too, Andrea. And it's supposed to come in about 10 o'clock, I think, tonight. It's already spitting wet stuff. It's rained a little earlier and it sleeted a little earlier, and now it's back to just misty stuff, but the snow is supposed to come. Okay. Let's see. I like that. And it will fit nicely, I think. So let's just, might as well let that keep practicing its new shape. Okay, stick that right there. And I'm going to get my tear ruler out because that's how I've decided I'm going to do this. And this is the one I made on my video. So if you like the way it tears, go back and watch that video. Make yourself one. Yeah, I would like to know too, who all's making a Lapbook. I know Tanya is, and I think Mary is, and some other people have talked about it, but I don't know for sure who all is doing it. Okay, there's my first one. So let's look at it and see how it's going to work. It's going to look like that, and I like that, but of course I'm going to ink it. Elizabeth made one. Yay! If you make one, I'd like you to post it in the group, and if you're not a part of my Facebook group and you want to be, Janet, would you please post a link to my Facebook group? That would be marvelous. There are some questions you need to answer. So I know you're real and you're actually interested in art. And if there's a place, if in one of those questions, if your Facebook name is different than your YouTube name, if you would write your new YouTube name in the in one of those as a part of the answer to one of those questions, then I'll know who you are, and that would help me out a lot. Okay, so we've got one here. It's already looking pretty, isn't it? I've only got one little bit done. Okay. So, that moth is pretty. I don't think it'll hurt to just have a few words. Let's just go ahead and do this one too. For that one. And we'll save the other half of it to do something else with. Whoops. You got to hold it in place. Usually it does real good. I'm doing something different. I'm not sure what. I think I'm in too big of a hurry. I need to not be in such a hurry. Thank you, Andrea. I love it. I don't know if you were here when I talked about it at the beginning, but done by Dorothy. This is one of her Digi kits, and I know that's her YouTube name. And in every one of her videos, she has her Etsy shop down there. And this is the Mirabella Nature Kit. Hmm. I'm going to go ahead and do it according to this. And I'm just going to leave that alone because I like it. I think it adds something. And we'll put this aside to use somewhere. Oh, well, I could put it right here. Looky there. 2 for 1. All right. Waste not, want not. So here we go. We'll just ink them both up. We're going to put this one right in here. And then we'll put this one on this side. You know what's funny, Andrea? You're talking about me always worrying you're bored. I sit and watch people do things that don't bore me at all, and yet I worry about doing the same things might bore y'all. Um, so I guess it's the difference between watching and, and doing. Plus, I know we don't all like the same things, and so okay. See, I just tore that so it would match that a little bit. So you can do those kinds of things if you want to. Okay. Now that I've just got one more here, and this is a bigger spot than these others. So I'm going to look. I don't know if she has any that are just one solid piece. If she doesn't, well, I may have to find something else that will go with these to use, something I think will complement them. No, I know. That's weird. Let me see what's in here. Maybe one of these will work. No, that's Christmas. That looks like it would complement it, doesn't it? Except you don't get to see the mushrooms, and I like the mushrooms. But well, let's look at it anyway. I can go find something else if I'm not happy with. Well, I could. Okay, we're going to do this one. And I'm just going to put it not in as far so I can keep most of the mushrooms. Okay? I think this will complement this kit. It looks like it's similar. It's not quite as, it's got more white in it than these pages do. But I'm okay with that. You all know how to change channels. That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, I'm going to quit worrying about you then. If you're here, I'm assuming it's because you want to be. I'm definitely not strong arming you. So, okay, no, I got to keep that open. Okay, let's see if we can do something to get some of that out of the way. Okay, first thing I have to do is try to tear this off, and that is such a skinny piece. It's not going to be easy. So I'm going to have to hold my tongue just right. Okay. I guess I moved my tongue. Okay. Whew. Now then, I know that this is going to I want enough that it is covered up in there. But I'm not going to trim this edge, so that gives it a little more depth down in there. I'll just ink it. Okay, and let's mark that right there. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit below that mark and then try to line this up where it's relatively even. And then I can use that somewhere else too. Okay. See, that ink mark's going to show because I wasn't thinking about that when I put it there. All right. I'm going to try to get this straight. So I'm going to line this up over here and pick a mark. Okay. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Took away one that needs to stay. So let's see. How's that look? I think that's going to be pretty. Annie would like to know what a Lapbook is. Okay, Annie, let me just show you. Oh, this is my Lapbook, and they don't have to be done exactly like this. This is just the way I'm doing it. I know several people are playing along or just using 2 books and not 3, but the point of it is, let me move this out of the way so I don't cause an avalanche here. The point of it is that you have an interactive book that you can keep stuffed all together in one place to work on. Or you can put a book together that has all information on one subject or something like this. They made lap books in school. We made them, I homeschool my kids, and we made lap books on different subjects. This is just a grown-up fun lap book. So I'm making it as a gathering place for ephemera for a journal. What I'm going to do here is put an elastic piece to hold a journal in, and I left room in my book for that journal to set in there. And then in these places, I'm going to have all kinds of pockets and things that will hold ephemera to put in that journal. So I've got places here to put things, and then I've got places here to put things. And this, let me fold it up here. This is going to go right here on this page. And so when you open up the book and you get to this page, then you will have this to open up with pockets full of goodies to put in your journal. So it's basically an interactive book that you use for whatever reason you want to. But they work well, don't they, Maddie? Especially if you have kinesthetic learners, and mine both were and still are. But So this is where mine's going to go, and this will go right inside there, and it's going to be what's in that in that spot right there. And when I fill it up, then it will fill up that spot. And I have a playlist, Annie, of how I put this together. And you can go, and most of it was done on live streams, and that makes it take longer. You'll have to watch more because I'm interacting with people and stuff like this. But the nice thing about live stream, doing things like this on a live stream and going back and watching them, is that somebody else might have asked the same question you were thinking. And so you can go back and watch. And anyway, that's what it is. And we're going to be building this in my live streams over the next couple of months. Okay, I'm at the inking point. Once I get this one inked, I'm going to go ahead and glue these inside ones in, and then I can work on the lap books that I made with my kids. They were just made with most of them were made with 3 file folders that you connected together, and then you had the hamburger fold and hot dog fold that Tanya talks about when she's doing her stuff, the zines and things. Those are Lapbook folds, or at least that's where I learned about them, was with Lapbooks. And there are a bunch of others too. I wish I taught a class on Lapbooks with our homeschool association, and somewhere I think I've still got some sample Lapbooks. I've got the ones my kids made, but those are private, so I'm not going to show them to you. But if I can find the sample ones, I might bring them and show the sample ones. Okay, now I'm going to glue those things down. That makes me very happy right there, just looking at that. All right, let's see. Let's start with this one. And I'm going to use this and a glue stick. No, actually, Hannah is 17. She's a senior this year. Ethan is 20, and he graduated 2 years ago. So, well, 2.5 years ago now. So, Hannah's my baby. It's so funny because before Ethan was born, I read this book called Better Late Than Early. And my whole plan was not to push him. I was not going to be one of those parents who thought they needed to have a prodigy child. Yeah. And so I was not going to push him and try to get him to read early and all those things. I know a lot of homeschool parents, they feel like they need that kind of affirmation that they're doing the right thing. And I certainly understand that, because I always felt like I needed some proof I was doing the right thing. I've got all kinds of notebooks of their work from kindergarten, because I want to make sure. Well, Hannah's even started like when she was 3 years old, because I want proof, that I'm really teaching them. Anyway, sorry about that. But now I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, I was not going to push him. We were just going to go at his own pace, because boys are slower to read and all that kind of stuff, and he started talking when he was 7 months, and then he was asking me, of course I read to him when he was still in the womb. So he was asking me questions, and he wanted to learn his ABCs, and he wanted to learn to read, and he was sounding out words when he was 3. And I mean, it was just like he was pushing me. And that's what happens when you make a decision that you're going to take things slow. That, it's they have their own schedule. That's what I'm getting at. They have their own schedule. They know what they want or need, and you kind of have to go with what works for them. And for him, it was, let's get going. So, I just always thought that was so funny because I was so prepared to be patient and oh dear. And they're all different. They're all different. They all have their gifts and their challenges, and Hannah's challenges and gifts are different than Ethan's. So you can't teach them the same way. You can't even always use the same curriculum if you want them to get, to really learn. Um, and that's one of the blessings of homeschooling, is that you can adapt it to them. And I'm very grateful that we were able to do that. Okay. I was a late starter. Yeah. I was a late starter. My kids were way ahead of me. They still are ahead of me. Okay. Now I've got to do this one and these two. And then these pockets here. So that's true. That's true, Maddie. Um, that's true because everybody thinks that their plan is the best one. You have to really. Homeschool moms are like everybody else. They make mistakes and they pressure each other even when they're trying to help. They're not trying to be pressury or any judgmental or anything, but it still comes across that way when you're new. You're still like, oh, I don't know about this. I'm trying to decide. See, we don't have the pockets, and that's one thing I didn't think about because these are short. They're not going to fill up the whole space on these long ones. So I may end up having to use something else for the long ones and just use these because these were made to make a journal, specifically that size, and do something else that will kind of go with them here and here. So let's just go ahead and work on the pockets for now. And I'm going to go ahead and put this, even though it's really narrow here. Oh, that won't work. It needs to be, okay, we can do this. I'll start it over here, and then I'll add the mushrooms over to go to this edge. Okay, we need to go ahead and glue this down in order to add our paper all the way to the edge. I don't know, we might could just glue the paper down. Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know if you can or not, because she has it, laid out like this specifically. I'm not sure. Oh, I could put the mushrooms right here. They would definitely fill up that space plus a little bit. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay. I do know that I'm going to need to just go like that. Whoops. Well, it won't matter because I don't need it that tall anyway. And over here, I want it to go to about there. No, we're going to go to the edge because all of these are going to be going to the edge. So, sorry, I'm kind of have to think through it as I go. Okay, right there. That's where I want to tear it. Come on. It is. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, well, I will try it. I will try it, but for it'll have to be for next time because we're already here, and that's something that would take my brain a while because I've never done it. So, and let's go up here. Okay. Oh, I measured wrong. See? Ah, that makes me sad. Well, we're just going to center it in between here. You just kind of have to go with it sometimes. Y'all just do better than me, and then we don't have to worry about it. Okay. I'm going to have to hand do this last little bit here. Okay, that's how it's going to look, and I think that'll be fine. Hi, Sandra. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to put my glue right here in the middle. Let's get my... Okay. And I forgot to ink it. I forgot to ink it. Pressure, pressure. Pressure, pressure. I know that I shouldn't be feeling under pressure, but I do anyway. Okay. Got glue down there too. Let's let it dry a minute. That's true, Andrea. They're not all that attractive. The ones that grow in my yard are not. Okay, let's see if we can get some of that off. Luckily, it's a laser print, so it's okay. Oh, thank you, Janet. Holly, Holly, Holly. Okay. Let's go ahead and ink the side of this. And then right here. Okay. Ink that glue. It's not very attractive. Okay. Oh dear. All you need is inky glue sticking to your paper. Okay, I guess this is going to be what not to do night, just like most nights. Just like most nights. Okay, where's that? Okay, there you go. Now I am going to go ahead and put the glue here and here to glue that down. And we'll just get this one done and move on. Move on. Thank you, Janet. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of glue down each side, and that's all it takes with this art glitter glue. It doesn't take a lot, which is one of the reasons I like it so much. There are many reasons, but that's one of them. Okay. Now we need something pretty for this page. And come back here. I'm going to need you in a minute. Okay. See, with the, I got a tomato there. Here's an apple. Trying to see what I'm going to like the most. I like them all, so it's not an easy decision. The problem is they're all going to be too skinny for these two pockets. So I'm going to have to go across further, which I'm not worried about. But it is something to think about when you're choosing an image. So I need to choose something for both of these that will look good carried on across. See, this one's going to have to go about this far. And that looks fine there. This one, if I put it on, it would go, see, over here, and it would be in their faces, and so that one won't work. So let's see about this apple over here. We go from here to here. See, I'm still getting in a little bit of this. But I think I'm going to do that anyway because I really think that's pretty right there. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is tear the bottom so that it'll be the apple and the worm. There you go. Okay, and I'm going to tear this so I know where to start. And it moved on me because I was pressing down at the wrong place. Pull from closer to the ruler. Don't pull from way back here. If you're holding it way back here and pulling, that's when you mess up. I know that. I just wasn't thinking. I guess I'm a little stressed or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Okay. We're going to go from there. To there. If some of that green shows up, we're going to be perfectly fine with it. And I'm only going to go up the distance I need to because I don't want to tear this off up here. I can use it for something else. That's good right there. And then let's see, where's the top of the pocket is right here. So we're going to just go right below that. Okay. He's just sunning his belly. He's just sunning his belly. We're going to think good thoughts. Okay. We're going to think positive about it. We may not put him in here, but we're going to think positive thoughts about him. Maybe he got drunk on paper. Okay. I like that. That's going to be pretty. Okay. And where's my paper here? I'm going to stick this right there and put some glue on it. Okay. Move that out of the way. We're going to glue that down like that. Drunk on permanent inks. There you go. Okay. And now we're going to put our glue right here and glue this one down. A really bad hangover. Okay, that works, Mina. Let me make sure this is clear. Sunbathing. See? See, we're all thinking positive thoughts here. Okay. Now, I may have messed up when I did this one. Let's see. No, it's okay. I was afraid it was glued over on the turn, and that wouldn't have been good. Alrighty. That just keeps getting in my way. And now we've got to choose one to go here with these mushrooms. It's got to be something that can go longer than a page, like I had to go across the page with this one. So let's see what we can find. That's the wonderful thing about it being digital, is I can reprint them. I don't have to worry that I'm messing up something and can't use it. I think this one might work, because if it goes over here, it just goes into fruit. And I don't think it'll hurt to have a little fruit showing. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. I think my desk is shrinking even as we sit here. Y'all are still coming up with good stories for that little lizard so that he's okay. Now let's see. I want to get, okay, I'm going to come up as close as I can. Like that. That way I get more of the flowers in. Okay. Oh. And this one's going to go to right here. Okay. I don't want to go that far, but that is where I want to line it up. Okay. This is kind of fiddly work, I know, but I think the result pays off. The result of the fiddly work is worth it. Let's get that. No, can't do that. So let's start here. Okay. Yes, this is Dorothy's. It's Dorothy's Marabella nature set, the one she used in her series of making a journal. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Oh. Hi, Mindy. It's good to see you. She's probably been here an hour and a half, and and I just now noticed. If that's true, I'm sorry. Okay, so see, we got our worm by the apple. Just like y'all wanted. Okay. And we'll stick this. Make sure that's the clean part. Right in there. Okay. Now when we glue this one down, I'm going to glue it here, and then I'm going to glue it right inside here, and I'm going to glue it over here. And then we'll just go ahead and make a paper for that once it's glued in. I think it'll be okay. Okay, this is where we have a problem. I may have to reglue this one later, but because we didn't split this, this one doesn't want to go down. So we'll reglue that one when we get finished. Give this other glue a chance to sit first. And I think we're just going to use this because it'll fit in there. And then right there, I don't know if I can do it from this angle, but there we go. Okay. Thank you, Janet. All righty, we're going to glue this one down. Bring it over here and put some glue on it. Okay. So now we've got this done. And we need to do something here and here and here. And then we will have this put together and we can glue it in. Yay! Okay. But now deciding what we got that will go with this. That is the question. Because we've already discovered that these are not big enough in their current form, at least, to use on those pages. So lovely as they are, we will have to find something else to go with them. I've got this. Let's see if it will. It's really not big enough either. So let me, I wish I could pause so y'all don't have to just sit there, but y'all can visit with each other while I'm looking for something to go in that spot, because I wasn't planning to have to do that. If I can't find something, we'll pull a page out of a some kind of what do you call it? Botanical, some kind of botanical book. Let's move these all over here because they're not big. And let's look through these. See if these are big enough. I love dragonflies. I don't mind throwing some dragonflies in here. And that's not big enough either. So I need something turned the other direction. Now something like this, even though the lines are going up and down, I could turn it the other direction and it would fit. So we'll hold on to that one. This is my other digital kit that I love. It's by Artie Mays. I'm pretty sure that's right. See, she doesn't have it on here anywhere either, but I'm pretty sure that's where I got it. And we may just have to use that. Because these other ones are all... Okay, let me try, look again here. Let's see if this one's any bigger. I printed these one direction and then the opposite direction. Now I could do that, but it would sure have a big border space. And I don't think I want that big of a border space. So we can use these, and then maybe we can cut out some of this and use it to decorate. Or some of the Mirabella stuff to go on top, since that's kind of what I'm wanting to use here. Okay, let's just plan on doing that. And get these kind of out of the way here. Oh, well, drop some dragonflies. But they're not in a place where I can get them right now, so... Yeah, I love those dragonflies. I can't remember what it's called. It's dragonfly something, and I think it's Artie Mays. But they're beautiful as well. This is the first digital kit I ever bought, actually, because I just love dragonflies so much. I bought it. Okay, I'm going to do this big one with this. And I'm going to trim off the edges because I can't have that edge all the way around. So they might as well be at least the same. Well, not overconfident. All right, come on. Let's just do it again. Come on, this is ridiculous. I'm pulling from the edge again, just like I said not to. And that's what's messing me up. Make sure I didn't take off too much. And I didn't. Okay. All those bits can be used somewhere else. Okay. Okay. That's what we're going to do right here. Are you talking to me? I have held dragonflies in my hand. I've had them just land on me. When we go down to Palo Canyon, um, we used to go and count the colors, but there would be green ones and blue ones and purple ones and red ones, and it was amazing. And they would all just be flying around together. It was great. I never tried to catch them, but I did. I have held them or had them just land on me. I think that's probably why I like them so much, because of those memories. I don't, I don't, I don't remember. They don't sound like flies or anything like that. You mostly see them. I don't remember hearing them actually. Um, had never even thought about it. Bye, Maddie. Thanks for coming. Ah, come on. Okay. Unfortunately, I got glue on my fingers now. Makes it hard to do this without making a mess. Okay, that's just going to be however it is, centered or not, because it's not easy to do. Let's see. All right. I'm happy with that. We're going to we're going to do these right here, and it's just barely big enough, so we want to tear it as close to the edge as possible, especially on the sides. I think I'm going to actually put my ruler right at the edge, and then I'll ink around, and that will make it okay. Come on. It may just be that my arm's getting tired, and it's not technique so much as strength at this point. Okay. Okay. Now this is the issue we face here. I can tear up to a certain amount. I have to decide, do I want to leave this, or do I want to try to tear the paper to fit it? Whew. I'm a little worried about trying to do that. Let's just see how I can do trying to get up to there. Okay. And I moved the paper. Let's see. Okay, and we'll just do that like that. And a little bit more. Okay, we're going to ink it up. Oh. I'm almost through, Barb, and I'm definitely going to stop as soon as we get this covered. I'm not even going to put pretties on it tonight because I am getting tired. Thank you though for carrying. I appreciate it. Y'all are great friends. But I want to get this step done, and then I will go in and ice it and rest. Well, I want it to go inside. I want it to go inside, and that's why I'm tearing it first. If I wanted it to go all the way to the edge, then yeah, that would work real well. Unfortunately, I've made this decision to do them inside, and all the others are inside, so I want to do this one inside too, because I'm stubborn like that. Thanks, Mina. It hasn't worked for me, Holly. It hasn't worked for me. Still no maid at my house. Bye, Dawn. Have a good evening. I'm so sorry. That stuff's yucky. Sometimes you have to go back in and help out the corners, but okay. So there's inside, and there's those two. So what we've got left to do is this one. And that did go ahead and glue down. It just took a little bit. I don't have to go do it. Hi, Sana. I'm so glad you're here. We're about to get off soon. I've got to do this one more little page, and then we're going to go because my shoulder's getting tired. But we're building a folio to go in our Lapbook. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just use this part over here as well. Well, or I could do this. Let's think about that, because that would be easy. It's already mostly torn. I would need to do some more inking though. Didn't ink that one enough. Okay. It's really just a little bit short. But let's see what would happen if we tear this one. Trying to see where that edge is. And then down here. And then take that down to that. Let's see. I think that looks good. That's what we're going to do. Because we can add pretties to it later. When we embellish these two, we can do this one at the same time. Hi, Wendy. Ouch, 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 ouch. Hi, Joy. Y'all must have just finished another stream coming in. I'm glad to see you. Unfortunately, I'm about worn out, so I'm gonna have to quit here in a second. I'm gonna glue this in here, and then we're gonna put it in the Lapbook, and we're gonna be through for tonight. Oh, Patricia, hi. I didn't see you. I'm glad you're here too. Hi, Wendy. It's good to see you. I'm glad to see all of you ladies. I'll show y'all what the Lapbook looks like so far as soon as I get this glued down here. Okay, this is a little folio that we're putting in it. This is the very first thing that we're adding to the Lapbook. And I used Dorothy's Mirabella set. And then something else I got from somewhere, but they didn't there was nothing on the download, nothing in the file name that would remind me who I got these from. But and then these I think I got from Artie Mays. They're part of that Dragonfly set. Okay, I'm going to glue it down, and then we can open it up and we can work here, and we can add stuff there too another time. So let me move this out of the way. And I'm not going to use this, so I can shut it. This is the Lapbook so far. It looks like this. I've made it so there'll be space in here to put a journal right in here that's, with elastic band, so I can take it out. And then I'm going to use it as a gathering place for ephemera to put in a journal. So there are going to be lots of pockets and tucks and that kind of thing in here. And this is going to go right here. This is where we're working tonight, is to put this right in here. And I'm going to let the fabric be the border on this side, and then have a little bit of a border from my page all the way around there. So thank you. I'm liking it. So far I'm pleased. Okay, come on. I'll let that sit too long. Okay. Well, that's going to be in where it's glued down anyway, so it won't matter. Okay. Now I'm going to have to stand up so I can see. Try to center that as best I can. And then we'll come here and press it down. Don't want to accidentally glue that down. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Let's see if we can get it up. Forgot to put my ribbon under there. Oh, where did I put my ribbon? Good grief, Lisa. I'm just using this little ribbon. It's not like it's a big deal, but I do want it there. Okay, got to put more glue down. And then we will put the ribbon down. And the book. I'm glad that was still able to come up. It almost didn't. But it's amazing how fast that glitter glue sticks. Okay. Just going to put it right there. Whoops. Now we're going to try this again. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I was too. Janet scared me. I was like, oh, no. Thanks, Holly. Hi, Beverly. It's good to see you. Okay, so we can do something to this. Not sure what we're going to do. This is as far as I've thought so far. And see, I didn't think to do that one like I did these others. But that's what happens. Sometimes you forget things. There we go. I think we all do, Mindy. It's always frustrating too. Every time it's like, seriously, did you forget that? Okay, and it goes right in there. And right now there's nothing else in there, so that really pushes against it. But it is close to the same as our that actually is what needs to be bit again. Anyway, so it fits right in there. And there's our book so far. One little piece in it. But once we fill this up, then it'll hold that and down. Right now it can fight. And that's okay. Not a big deal. And yeah. Yeah. Hopefully that if it's not icy, if it's just snow, it's not a big deal. But if it's icy, then we will have to cancel tomorrow because I'm not going to walk down those steps in the ice. But we put down some ice melt stuff, and they're saying snow, so I'm hoping it'll be fine for us to do for Tanya and I to do our little finish our January book. Let me show you what that book is, so you'll know what we're going to be working on tomorrow. We're going to be finishing this book. And this is mine so far. So I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more pages in it to finish it. So that's what we're going to work on tomorrow. And I'm loving this little book. I can't wait to finish it. Tanya and I on my channel at noon Central Time. What's connecting these books together? Actually, there are 3 books in this particular one. I've got this book that's a big book, and then I've got this book that's a little children's encyclopedia, and this book that's another one just like that. And I just made a little spine here and here with some chipboard and Tyvek so that I could connect this book in and this book in so that I would have a little bit more space, and it leaves me some space in here to put my journal. So I've got a playlist called Let's Build a Lapbook that shows how it's put together. If you want to look at that, that'll show you how I did it. And most of it's done in live streams. So there was a prep video where I told you what I was going to use, and then we did the first live stream where we just built it. And the second live stream, we put this cover on it. And then the third one, we did the insides. And then this is the fourth one today. And then this January book, we did the first video on it on Tanya McGuire's channel. And it was the first part of January. And then I got put on Don't Use Your Shoulder crafty jail. And so we never did get to finish it. And then next Tuesday, we're going to work. We're going to be finishing December's book, our 12 bits journal. And this is my 12 bits journal from December. And we never did finish this one. And so we're going to finish it. Or at least I'm going to call mine finished when we get through next Tuesday. We worked on this one a lot of times. Let me get some and show you just a second. There are lots of uses for Tyvek, but there's Tyvek that they use to wrap houses in to keep a moisture barrier. This is a giant Tyvek envelope I found at the thrift store. There are some Tyvek envelopes that the post office uses. Some, I think they're priority mail or something like that. Maybe express mail. They have some Tyvek envelopes. You can buy some Tyvek envelopes at Walmart and a little package. They're like the 9 by 12. You can also buy Tyvek tape, and then you don't have to glue it down. You just tape it down. And that you can get that on Amazon or probably at a building store. So, but this is what I'm using. This is the Tyvek I used. It's just a big old mailing envelope that I found at the thrift store. And I found a box that had like 30 of them or more in there. So, yes, and we're going to work on the fairy book in May, probably May and June. That's going to be a long book, I think. So, Tanya says she's going to be done with it when we work on it next week, too. So, tomorrow we're going to finish this one. Next Tuesday, we're going to finish this one. Excuse me, just that. The Tuesday, the 25th, I think it's the 25th, we're going to do a book. Oh, both of these are going to be on my channel because it was my turn and we didn't get to do it. And then on the 25th on Tanya's channel, we're going to do the little book for February. And I really believe that book will only take one time. So we're just going to plan on doing it all in one day. And they're all going to be at noon Central Time. And Tanya has a prep video on her channel for that book if you want to go look at that. Whew, okay, I think I'm done. I'm going to have to get off. God bless you all, and I will see you tomorrow at noon, hopefully. How would you know if you have any? The one key thing for me is you can't tear it. It will not tear. That's how you would know. If it won't tear, it's made out of plastic. It doesn't feel like plastic, but it's fibrous, but but it won't tear. That's the way I know when it's Tyvek. I hope that helps. Sorry. Got to go, y'all. Love you bunches. Have a good night's sleep.